Hey everyone, my name is Philip and welcome to my first ever live stream. Today I'm going to look at the new Bitmain S19j Pro Plus. It's currently January 2023, and if we're just going to look at Bitcoin over the last month, we can see it started doing a bit of recovery. Prior to this time, it's been floating sort of between 16 and 17,000, and just recently it started to recover and is now just started bouncing between 20 and 21,000. If we have a look at the sort of Bitmain Antminers in this space, there's two that I'm most interested in. So I've got already have the 100 terahash model, which is this one here, and then this is the new 122 terahash model. So we'll just sort of have a look at these two first of all. So obviously this one has 22% more hash rate because it goes from 100 to 122 terahash. We can see the price goes from 1950, and if we try adding on 22%, 1950 times 1.22, that comes out at 2379. So you can see Bitmain has exactly made the price 22% more. It scales nicely, but it does use slightly less power. We can see the 100 terahash model uses 29.5 joules per terahash, while the Pro Plus only uses 27.5. So basically, this looks like a better buy to me. There is a higher performance XP model, but when I say higher performance, you're only going from 122 to 141 terahash. It is quite a bit more efficient at 21.5, but then look at the price, 6,486 US dollars. You would need a lot of Bitcoin price appreciation to make these extra 6 joules of power you're going to save cover the increased cost here. So the XP at this price point is a complete non-starter for me. So let's go and take a closer look at this Pro Plus because I've literally just bought one. Okay, now the first thing I note compared to the existing, oh, by the way, this is not a sponsored video. I've been looking into this because I've literally just bought one. Now the first thing that stands out for me is this power connector. So all the existing ones had two 10 amp power two 10 amp power points, and this has got something that looks very different from anything I've seen before. I asked Bitmain about it and they told me this is called a P13 adapter. I'm pretty sure this is proprietary. I can't find anyone who sells P13 power cords, but Bitmain tell me they supply a P13 to C20 connector. So straight away, that means this will only run, like you won't be able to use this in the US off 110 volts. So this is designed for 240 volts and above. Let me just zoom back out again. Now it's actually got quite a wide voltage range here. So you can run it anywhere from 200 to 277 volts. But also because it's got a C20, uses a C20 power adapter, pretty much that means you're going to be needing to use a PDU. So this will only be suitable for people who have a minimum of a 16 amp PDU. In my case, I've got a 32 amp circuit with a PDU on it, and I've got just enough capacity to use one of these. Now, the existing S19 Pros, they have a low power mode, which increases the efficiency. So this is in the default normal mode, this gives you the most hash rate, and in low power mode, you get the greatest efficiency. I asked Bitmain about it, and currently in January, this only supports normal mode, but they tell me within about a month's time, so maybe February or March, a new firmware is going to come out that's going to add a low power mode as well. So what'll happen is it'll have a lower hash rate, but a much lower power consumption. The number of amps there will be quite high. Let's have a quick look at that. So if we have, let's see, 3355 watts divided by 240, so you're going to need, basically, let's call that 14 amps of capacity just to power that just to power this unit straight away, at least until low power mode comes out. Let's just dive back in and look a bit more over the specifications. So we've checked out the price, we talked about the power consumption, a little bit more energy efficient. Let's have a look at some of the other views they've got here. Yeah, obviously it's a Bitcoin miner. Nothing too exciting here. Still has a 100 meg network interface, so no Wi-Fi in these units. Obviously, you need to plug these into a network. So yeah, I think out of the available Bitmains available at the moment, the S19 Pro, the XP, and the Pro Plus. These are the air-cooled ones. There's also hydro-cooled ones, but these require dedicated water cooling and not really suitable for home miners, only for large commercial miners. You know, like if you're gonna, you generally do something like buy this 110 grand container and then you put the cooling plant in next to it. So I'm a home miner, so I don't look at those options. So I'm just looking at the air-cooled ones, and yeah, I think this one is the buy for the moment. Is Bitcoin continues to rise. My gut feeling is we're going to see a sort of 12 or 18 months where sort of Bitcoin languishes around, even though we've had this recent recovery, and then it'll take off. Once it starts, once Bitcoin starts to recover, these prices are likely to go up quite a lot. I would expect these units, if Bitcoin goes over 100 grand, these units will be at these two cheaper ones will be at least 10,000 US each. So if you wanted to acquire an ASIC, now is really a great time to do it while the market is down and you can get them low cost. Um, Personally, I think you should try and turn these kind of ASICs over every 3 years if you can, because newer and better ones come out that are more and more efficient. So for me, I've acquired now the units I want in our bear cycle, and then what I'll probably try and do is sell these when we're well into a bull run. And if I can sell these units for, maybe 10,000 US each, and then I'll just wait again for the next bear run to buy the new higher spec units. So I hope that was interesting. And if you've got any questions, let me know. And I hope you have a good day.